place and make it all street pickup.
Yes.
I think it's supposed to be that way now.
It is.
I think most of them are curbside pickup now, so, and another thing I would like to see is if they do it, that the trucks be compliant with the law.
Yes.
That they not leak all over town and that they, because I'm pretty sure that is the law in New Jersey, that they're not supposed to leak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also hydraulic.
That's all I've got on that.
Okay, I mean, that is great, thank you for bringing that up, it's, that's, people getting involved and knowing what other towns is. I know I've talked with, one of the trash services, and they said that, ideally, it would probably, especially with gas being, or diesel being over $5 a gallon, it would probably be in the $15, $16 range for the city of Kennet. That some of the other towns that are doing it for $13 to $14, those were bid whenever diesel was $2, $2.25, not $5.50. And so that's another thing, that it's within that bid, maybe we could have it where, okay, yes, gas right now, our diesel is gonna be $5.50 a gallon, but hopefully within a few years, as time goes on, hopefully a few months, that goes back down to a more manageable position, because all of our department heads know fuel cost it's eating our lunch. So it's, and there's no dessert with it. So it's, fuel costs are skyrocketing. So.
How many landlords do you know that pay for trash pickup if people don't use it?
I have no idea.
But you know it, so.
Yeah, there's a few that it's, and those come down to whenever you get the phone call from a landlord saying, I'm getting a ticket for trash, or I'm getting a warning for trash. And it's like, I rent it to these people, but they're trash. And that goes back to, landlords lose a ton of legal rights whenever you sign a contract with them to rent it. So it's hard for that landlord to then, start trying to enforce something that is from the city, and then they both get. I mean, that's the one complaint that I get is, I rent it to Joe Smith, and Joe Smith throws his trash out, now I'm getting a ticket he's getting a ticket and I'm getting a ticket, but, and then also then they supply trash, because I'm paying for trash care, but they're not using it, but yet I'm still getting a trick, so he goes, I'm getting double hit. And,
Just the way people are.
yeah, and it's, so it's.
Not gonna stop.
Yeah, and it's not gonna stop, but it'll give our police officers, our code enforcement, if we have something along these lines set up, if they drive past a house, then that house has a front door, then they've got trash service in the city of Kennet. So they can immediately walk up there, give them a ticket, because they know they have trash service. And it's, it's not the landlord's fault for the tenant, putting the trash at the back door, and there's 5 bags of trash back here. That it's, it's the tenant or the resident's responsibility. So how do we look at this further? I would love to get this situated and done.
Make a suggestion, that you write a letter to the 3 trash companies, the major trash companies who pick up here. There may be more, but I think there's 3.
I mean, there's just 3, yeah.
And then we ask the news media to also put it out that we'd like to hear from the landlords and invite them to the first meeting in July. Give everybody time to prepare for that. And if Victor could also possibly come up with a price for those places that those towns that you contacted, and give that to us in writing, so we'd have a chance to look at that.
Okay.
That gives us a month to let everybody prepare, and then we can possibly hear from all sides at that point in time.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll schedule it for the, this is June.
A little bit. When this came up about 10 years ago, we had it was an amazingly emotional subject, And some of the former council people were here even to go through that, and it had been voted on by the community not to go with citywide trash service at that time. So I'd say that was probably 15 years ago. But it failed to go through because it became such an emotional issue with that at that last meeting. So I would suggest that we probably do make it open to the public
Yeah.
Yeah.
and have a community or town hall
Yeah,
type meeting.
let's renew it at the first meeting.
Yes,
So
well,
the-
it might need to even be separate or added early or whatever, so that we have an ending time to it. So
Okay.
maybe have it started 5:30 so that we have, it'll be over in time for the council meeting. We have a forced ending to it. We might probably have to limit speaker time too.
Yeah, it's, so the first meeting of July would be July 5th or the 19th. So that would give everybody 1 month. So Tuesday, July